Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we are looking at the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch BOSSK figure, which is actually a pretty decent figure. I mean, there's some problems with it, but it's a pretty nice figure. It stands roughly 6.5 inches tall, which makes him about 17 centimeters. He has a lot of newly sculpted parts, obviously, and we have an accessory. So the accessory is this kind of rifle with the strap on it, which is actually painted, so that's a good thing. We don't normally get too much paint on these, so any little bit helps. So we have that. And we have all of this sculpt work and paint work that are on the figure. Let's look at the head first, because the head's pretty nice. It has a very nice amount of detail in it, in both the sculpt and the paint. The eyes have a nice red and black on them, the mouth is painted, the teeth. We have this kind of a gray wash going around all of the scales to make it look a little bit more realistic, and the mouth is actually hinged. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay up very well, but it does have the hinge in there, and the neck can rotate, and it has the hinge built into it. Doesn't get the best range of motion, but it does have it, so that's pretty cool. We have lots of paintwork going on throughout the suit, in both the yellow and the beige parts. Lots of little fasteners that are painted. We have the painting for the scales, which has more of that wash. I don't know what that black part is, but that's probably not supposed to be there. And then we just continue the pretty decent sculpt work and paint work all the way down through the feet. So let's look at the articulation. The shoulders have your standard fixed hinge. They don't go all the way up, unfortunately, but I think that's probably an acceptable range. For the elbows, we have the fixed hinge again, so we can bring them out, not quite 90 degrees, but we have the bicep swivel built in there. The wrist has a swivel and a hinge in it, so that'll help him hold his blaster. Let's see how well he can actually hold it with that lizard hand. I don't know, I haven't tried this yet, so let's give it a shot. Probably do it like that, and then bring it around. Not working out so far. Let's tuck that in first, and do that. Can he actually hold it? Well, it's kind of wedged in there. You can see it's not exactly how you would want it, but he's holding it, so I guess that's acceptable. And then on this side we have an open hand with the same articulation. For the torso, we do have a diaphragm joint in here, but it's pretty limited due to this piece that comes up and around, which looks cool, but like I said, it does limit the articulation, so that's not going to help too much. The harness is all a softer piece. It does get in the way a little bit though. So let's take a look at the hips. They go all the way forward technically, but they can't really hold it. And out to the side, that's about as far as they're going to go. The joints do feel a little bit loose in the hip region. We have a thigh swivel built in, double jointed knee, that works fine. We have a shin swivel. This side's stuck, this side's not. And then we have our standard ankle hinge with ankle rocker, which has pretty good range of motion. So generally, he's a good figure. He does have some issues in that the elbows don't have great range of motion, the head actually doesn't have great range of motion, and neither does the torso. But he has a lot of detail in him, and he's going to make a nice little display piece. So if you're into collecting this particular figure, go ahead and grab it. If you're just trying to pick up a cool figure, it's probably not the one for you. He looks okay, he has a decent amount of sculpt and paint work, but the articulation is pretty limited. So it's not one of those figures that's a must-have where you might want to get it even if you don't like the character. It's really just a get it if you like the character type of thing. So there you go guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting. Keep